With Tia-Clair Toomey-Orr returning to the competition floor at the 2023 Rogue Invitational, I wanted to take some time to see just how dominant she was over her 6 years as the fittest woman on earth. So over that time frame, and the streak still continues today, she's won 15 competitions in a row. So these are going to be your regionals, games, semifinals, sanctionals, and I guess off-season competitions in the semifinal era. 15 competitions in a row she's entered and she has won. So interesting to see if that holds at Rogue Invitational or Laura Horvath will be able to hold her off. In those 15 competitions, there are 5 competitions that she went wire to wire. So she won the first event and then continued to hold the leader jerseys all the way through. And in some of those, like the 2022 Torium Pro, she swept every event, winning across the board there. So those 5 events were the 2018 Pacific Regional, 2020 Mayhem Classic, the 2020 CrossFit Games, both the online portion and the in-person portion at the ranch, the 2021 CrossFit Games, and 2022 Torium Pro. When you go down and break down some of these competitions even more, you can just see how her margin of victory has grown over the years and just how dominant she was between 2019 and 2021 at the CrossFit Games. So when you look at those 3 competitions, you got the 2020 CrossFit Games. She had an average margin of victory of 30 points per event. So with the scoring that they had in the ranch, it's about a position and a half better, which when there's only 5 women in the field, that's pretty significant there. At the 2021 Games, her margin of victory per event was 17 points, and in 2019 it was 16 points. Based off how the Games is scoring, that's roughly 4 to 5 positions on the overall leaderboard. So Tia was that dominant that she, on average, beat the person in second place by 4.5 spots on the leaderboard. One final stat just to show how dominant Tia was over this time frame is looking at her worst spot on the overall leaderboard in these 15 competitions. So for 13 out of the 15, her worst position on the leaderboard was 3rd or better. So that means that at no point was she worse than 3rd in the overall standings. Not talking event finishes. She had obviously event finishes worse than 3rd in some of these, but in the overall standing of the competitions, in 13 out of 15, she was never lower than a 3rd place spot. And the other 2, you had the 2018 CrossFit Games. Her worst spot on the leaderboard was 5th place. That was after the first event of Crit. And in the 2022 CrossFit Games, her worst position overall was in 9th place. That was after event number 2, which was the Speedy Skill Medley. For these competitions, she didn't just win, she was at the top of the leaderboard the entire time. Will she finish at the top of the leaderboard of the Rogue Invitational? I don't know. It should be exciting to watch. We've never seen an athlete come back to an elite level competition this soon after giving birth, but it should be interesting to see. And we should really just celebrate Tia for making it back, regardless of what happens at the Rogue Invitational. But I know that I'm excited for her to hit the competition floor again. It'll be great for the Rogue Invitational, and it'll be great for the sport of CrossFit to have the greatest back on the competition floor. With that, hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, have a great day.